The temperatures outside routinely topping 100 degrees, but we are inside State Farm Stadium in Glendale. That sound of the big red siren brings the Cardinals and their fans to action. Coming up, we've got a good one in store. It's the Green Bay Packers and the Arizona Cardinals. Mike Tirico, Greg Olson with you, the kicker, Chad Ryland. Gonna get things started. And off we go from Arizona. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. So the Packers come out, and they are led by Jordan Love, who followed Aaron Rodgers after playing apprentice for a couple of seasons. And now for Love, it is his third season as the Green Bay starter.
You know, Mike, it's kind of become cliche. You know, these guys come onto the field and we say, hey, you got to defend every blade of grass. They can make every throw, but that's exactly the case anytime this guy's lined up behind center. And the amount of stress that it puts on your pass defense, on your secondary to know, I got to defend sideline to sideline, line of scrimmage to the end zone, no matter where that ball is snapped. That's a tall task, and they're going to have to mix up coverages and be really sound on the back end, or this guy can really kill you.
On second down, Love. The catch is made. This is Tucker Crack. And he'll be taken down. The gain is 6, and it's a new set of downs. He picked up the first down.
This play is actually really well defended here. But I'll tell you, Mike, as you know, my philosophy is the tight end is always open, and this just supports my case.
On first down, it's Love. He's got the rookie out of Texas, Matthew Golden. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45. A gain of 11 on that one. Good for a Green Bay first down.
I always think you can tell pretty quickly how comfortable a quarterback is in their offense, Mike, by how fast they work through their progression and get the ball to their check down underneath. And in this case, with the depth of the defense, a lot of space in the short game, get them the ball, pick up the first down. So these, Mike, are the body blow runs. They're not big gains, they're nothing fancy, but they really set that physical tone for the rest of the game where now a good play caller can use some of these early runs to set up something a little bit bigger down the road.
Once again, it's Jacobs. He'll push forward for about a yard. Tackle there by Matt Wilson. He's across midfield to the 49-yard line. 2-yard gain on the play. And it's third down. This is 3rd and 6. From the gun, it's Love. He's got a man. It's Dobbs. A gain there of 15. First down, Packers. First down, Green Bay.
Third downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on third downs, that is a recipe for success.
Running room hard to come by as he'll get ahead for a yard. Akeem Davis Gaither there to make the stop.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8.
From the 32-yard line now, here's 2nd and 8. They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage.
You know, Mike, what separates the really elite defensive edge players from everybody else is not only their ability to rush the passer. That's what everybody focuses on. But, man, the defensive ends that are good in the run game, those are the guys that never leave the field.
Out of the shotgun. It's Love. This one on target. It's gone. And a good short tackle right there. It stops him a good distance short of the marker. It sets up 4th down.
And it seems like he just cut that route a little too short. He's got to get more depth on the initial stem, and that way he makes sure when he catches the ball, it's beyond the sticks.
McManus's kick is good. And the Packers will take a 3-0 lead.
A lot of times as an offensive player, you come off the field, you're not thrilled to end a drive like this with a field goal. But I think in this case, you can label it a success. You were able to operate your offense. You were able to quiet this crowd just a little bit and come away with an early lead.
To return is Greg Dortch. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. So the Cardinals come out, and they are led by their quarterback, Kyler Murray. Man, time flies, Greg. The #1 overall pick in 2019, the 7th year for Murray leading the Birds.
I think we're seeing this so often now in the modern NFL is quarterbacks who can hurt you both improv as a scrambler and also with design runs coming out of the huddle. So this is a tricky situation. Guys who can run with this kind of speed, you have to be very careful how you pass rush them. You're not just rushing to a spot. It's not just an X behind the center. You got to try to corral him and keep him in the pocket because when he escapes, big plays are to be had.
And he's going to be brought down up past the 45. A gain there of 11. It's an Arizona 1st down.
That's good for a Cardinals 1st down.
And these are the explosive runs that open everything up. There's all this conversation about the value of the run game, but when you take a look at the best running teams, Mike, it's not necessarily how many yards they run for, it's how many big plays do they generate on the ground. And when you can generate big plays on the ground, it makes everything so much more difficult for the defense.
And they're going to work this down inside the 45. Give him 10 more on that one. And another 1st down.
Starting to see it back right now, Mike, that's finding his way with this defense. Back-to-back big gains. Have to see, do they just continue to ride the hot hand, or do they start putting the ball in the air?
On 1st and 10, it's Murray. He gets that to his big target, Trey McBride. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5.
A bit of a quick hitter here, and what you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot, but they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short game.
The run is Mercado. He is met and dropped. A couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage, too.
He sniffed that one out from the jump. I mean, once he diagnosed and knew where the ball was going, he got there in a hurry, and he put an end to that play really before it ever got started.
What can they do here on 3rd down and 7? Working out of the gun, Murray. And he does a nice job to avoid the initial wave. They're going to get him down behind the line.
This is where the playmaking ability almost can be a detriment to a running quarterback. They have such confidence in their ability to keep plays alive with their legs that sometimes they hold it just a little bit too long, thinking they can make the next big play, and good job by the defenders tracking him down and took him down for a loss.
So on 4th down, it's Blake Gillikin to punt for Arizona. And this is going to work out for him. Out of bounds, and they'll mark it inside the 10. The Packers offense going to take over now for the 2nd time. We'll see how they want to attack things here, backed up deep in their own end. It's 1st and 10. Short throw there, pulled in by Musgrave.
It's not the big play they were hoping for, but 1st down efficiency, staying ahead of the chains, is what every offense is trying to find, and it brings up a manageable 2nd down.
Here's a 2nd and 6. To throw is Love. there. He goes down back inside the 5-yard line. Darius Robinson in for the sack. It is a loss of 8, and now it's 3rd down.
The offense's backs were already up against the wall, but after suffering that last sack, it's all but eliminated whatever breathing room they had left, and for the rest of this drive, they don't have much room for error at all.
Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long. To throw is Love. He'll look deep, left sideline. And he's taken down up past the 35. The defense blows a chance to get off the field as the offense converts 3rd and 14.
Once he saw the defense, he knew that outbreaking route was going to be there. All he had to do was wait for his guy to get to the spot and drop the ball right in the bucket near the sideline.
Love to throw it on 1st down. That's left side, caught by Musgrave. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 44-yard line.
From the 44-yard line, here's 2nd and a couple. We'll go play action with Love. That's going to be incomplete. Coverage very good there. Contact jarring the ball loose, and it's going to force 3rd down.
All things considered, it's actually a pretty good pass. I mean, he puts the ball in a place where only his guy can catch it. But I think he hears those footsteps coming from that nearest defender, and he's not able to secure the catch through contact.
From the gun on 3rd down, it's Love. That's into the hands of Wicks. He's got it. A gain of 17 yards. Good for a Green Bay 1st down.
1st down, Packers.
So a big 3rd down hookup takes us to the break. It's the Packers on top. Greg and I back here in Glendale after this. We begin quarter number 2. The Packers have the football. Now a 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line as we are ready to get back underway. Throw to the right flat. It is caught. And he's not going to get too far. Tackled after a gain of just a yard.
Really well done here by the defense, Mike, executing this zone defense, and they've got to be able to pattern read. You're not just going to drop back to a spot and just play like a robot. Based on what the receivers do off the line, the defenders have different rules of where their zones move to. Well, they had that one dialed in right from the jump, and they were able to stop that play really before it got started.
And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5.
It takes a certain guy in that slot position to be willing and able to go across the middle of the defense on those in-breaking routes. You can tell this guy, he doesn't care. He is fearless going across the middle, and he's able to secure a nice catch.
Throwing is Love. Open is Kraft. He's got it. That's his 3rd catch of this 1st half, and good enough for a 1st down.
1st down, Green Bay.
The thing that jumps out to me the most, Mike, is just how often the quarterback is able to throw the ball to his first read in the progression. So hats off to the play calling. Him and the quarterback seeing the game through the exact same set of eyes, and there is a lot of room to operate.
On 1st and 10, here's Love. Backs to the end zone. Well, it's incomplete. What a job in coverage, muscling that one free. It'll be 2nd down now.
That was a perfectly timed hit, and I think it actually saved 6 points, Mike. He got there just as the ball did, and I think it was the contact that separated him from the ball.
second down throw for Love. And that is into the hands of Wicks. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5.
This is one of those throws where you're hoping you do most of the damage after the catch, but give credit to the defense. Once that ball was caught, they were on him quickly, and there was nowhere for him to go after the catch.
Been a good drive, but they need to convert here on 3rd and 5. He's going to have the first down and more. And he's close to the goal line. Won't have the touchdown, but he does pick it up on 3rd down.
I love the way the ball's been moving around to different guys this drive, Mike. I mean, it really keeps the defense guessing and off balance. And now this defense is going to have to figure out how to keep this offense out of the end zone because it's 1st and goal.
Jacob will take this one in for a Packer touchdown.
Now, remember back, Mike, their first drive, they had to settle for 3. So they definitely didn't want to have to do that again. So really solid drive from start to end, and they're finally able to cap it off with a touchdown.
Brandon McManus now to add the extra point. He gets it to go, and the Packers are out to a 10-0 lead.
Cardinals, nothing.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Dortch now to return it, and he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Cardinals offense about ready to get going on their 2nd possession, and nothing doing from the offense just yet. Down 10-0 as they come up with 1st and 10. On the ground, DeMercado. And he'll get 2 on this one before being taken down.
So his team finds themselves now in a little bit of a tricky situation here, Mike. If they don't find a way to start sustaining some of these drives and come away with points, all of a sudden you're trailing by double digits in the 2nd half. You become very one-dimensional. You become very pass-heavy, and that's certainly not how any team in the NFL wants to play.
And nowhere to go on that one. They lifted him up and threw him down behind the line.
I'd like to see that running back be a little bit more decisive with his cut, Mike. You can see he was a little hesitant, and once you're late making that decision, you just kind of get strong laterally. Great job there by the defense, and he has no choice but to take that loss.
It is 3rd and long. That's Jones in motion. Now Murray on 3rd and long. And that one thrown away to the sideline. It's incomplete. It was a frustrating series. It'll bring up 4th down.
There's no need to do anything reckless. It's 3rd and long. The opportunity to convert this is probably slim. So there was nothing open downfield. I think he makes the smart decision here, Mike. Avoid the negative play and throw the ball away.
The fair catch here. Called for and made beyond the 30-yard line. Josh Jacobs and the Packers offense heading back onto the field. They've got the 10-0 advantage here early. We'll see if they can add to it. Beginning on this drive, 1st and 10. The slot man in motion right. Look wide. Get this one complete. And he'll be out of bounds as the 1st down completion nets about 3.
Out of bounds at the 36-yard line. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Ball on the 36 now. Here's 2nd down and 7. On play action, Love. That's caught at Savion Williams. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. First catch for him on the afternoon, and it results in a 1st down.
The defender has to do a better job here, Mike, of getting depth. He wants to elevate that ball to give his secondary defender a chance to make a play. He gets too much width, not enough depth, and a quarterback like this is going to take advantage.
They'll run with Jacobs. And they'll take this down inside the 35. That's 13 more on that play. And quickly, another first down.
First down, Packers.
The best offensive play callers in the NFL, Mike, do a great job tying in their under-center run game, like we just saw here, with their under-center play action game. And the ability to make those two things look alike, man, it puts a lot of stress on the defense.
A run up the middle with Jacobs. And he brings it down to about the 28-yard line. Tackle there by Matt Wilson.
4 yards on the pickup. Second and 6 at the Cardinals' 28-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 6. Here's a handoff to Jacobs. He's going nowhere. Losing yardage on that play.
There hasn't been a whole lot for this crowd to be excited about on either side of the ball, but at least now the defense is trying to be that spark. Nice tackle for loss there. Can they do something to build upon to try to get this team going?
A tough spot here. 3rd and long. Now Love. That's his 3rd catch of this first half, and good enough for a first down.
A gain of 18 on the play. First down, Green Bay.
You just can't ask for better protection than that, especially on 3rd down. Clean pocket, tons of time for the quarterback to work through his progression, and at this level, if you give quarterbacks that amount of time, chances are they're going to find somebody downfield.
Here's a handoff to Jacobs, running left. And he is stopped in his tracks. Loss of a couple on the play.
The key to great defensive line play is the get-off. When that ball moves, how fast can you get off the ball and get into the backfield? That's exactly what we saw here. Quick read, react, get off the block, take him down for a loss.
On 2nd down, Love. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete.
And that's another brutal drop for an offense that has struggled to catch the ball up to this point. And yes, you can nitpick about ball placement and whatnot, but listen, the reality is at this level, if it hits your hands, you have to find a way to come down.
Taking off, he'll try to get there. And he's going to have the first down. Just past the marker. It is 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the 3-yard line.
Those plays are killers for a defense. You think you have the quarterback hemmed in. You think you have a chance for your pass rush to get you off the field. Instead, he gets away, picks up some tough yards, and sets his team up.
He's got his big tight end. Tucker Kraft. Touchdown, Green Bay. Greg, it's the quarterback's best friend, and you were that guy for a lot of years. The tight end in a tight area with man coverage.
Yeah, and it's really twofold, Mike, right? First and foremost, we see so many of these tight ends around the league that now have gotten to the point where one-on-one matchups, that's advantage offense. But then even in the cases they don't create great separation, Mike, it's their size, their catch radius. It's such a friendly target for the quarterback that when things get tight in the red zone, they look to the tight end.
Now it's McManus for the point after. He knocks it through. And the Packers move further out in front. It is now 17-0.
Cardinals nothing.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Amari DiMercado to return. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line.
At their own
The Cards offense starting to trot out for this next possession. They trail this one 17-0 now. Really need to find some inspiration, some momentum on this drive as they'll begin here with first down. Now DiMercado, and he's going to be stuck well behind the line of scrimmage. A play going absolutely nowhere. Work to do now as they come up on second and long. Out of the gun, it's Murray. Looking for his tight end there, but let him too far. That's an incompletion.
I think he just rushed that decision just a little bit downfield. I mean, it's one thing to trust your guy to make a play in tight coverage, but I think if he was a little bit more patient in his progression, there was an easier throw out there that wouldn't make him have to throw such a tight window ball and put his receiver in a tight spot.
He's going to go up top here for McBride. A great connection there. We're going to bring it down inside the 35-yard line. It is a big gain for Arizona. Pick up of 46 yards.
First and 10 at the 34-yard line.
I love the aggressive approach. You don't want to give the ball back to your opponent in this situation. So they dial up a shot play, push the ball downfield, results in a massive play here late in the first half.
On first down, Murray. That ball caught. It's Zay Jones. And they're going to be set up right around the 10-yard line. The Packers go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. They'll be disappointed there after giving up the first down.
And goal to go.
Throwing again is Murray. The pass rush gets home and he goes down. Wade Walker. He gets into drop in. It's a loss of 8.
And that's a big-time play. It felt like they really needed it, Mike. That was a drive where the offense seemed to be in complete control. Anytime on the defense where you find yourself on your heels, you're giving up big plays, you're giving up fresh set of downs, you need a spark. You need something to change the momentum of the drive, and we'll see if that was it right there.
First down was not very good. Here's second and goal. To throw is Murray. A throw on the move is caught.
Complete to Michael Wilson. A gain of 5 yards brings up third and goal.
Big play coming up. Third and goal. From the shotgun, it's Murray. That is caught back corner of the end zone. Marvin Harrison Jr. Touchdown, Cardinals. Well, that is a step in the right direction, finding the end zone. I don't know, Greg. Could this be building some momentum for these guys, and that's important before halftime?
Absolutely, and I think the biggest thing this coach is trying to get across right now on the sideline, Mike, is let's just cut into this lead and let's make it a one-score game at half. So they still got some work to do, but if they can go into halftime, regroup, catch their breath, just keep it close, give yourself a fighting chance here out of the break.
Chad Ryland now for the extra point. He's got it, and the Cardinals are back in this one. It's 17-7.
Cardinals 7.
Still a little time. Final minute of this first half. We'll see if they can do anything with this kickoff that is coming their way. Here's Williams on the return. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line.
First and 10.
Jordan Love, the rest of the Packer offense, ready for their next possession. And he has done everything you could ask of him coming into this one. Spread it around, hasn't taken many chances, and potentially on his way to a big game throwing the football. That one thrown behind his target, and it'll be incomplete.
A rare miss for a quarterback that we've seen really come out on fire throughout this entire contest. I mean, his completion percentage, Mike, is well above league average, and frankly, it's really the biggest reason why they find themselves out in front.
They'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Out of the shotgun, it's Love. He'll get that into the hands of Williams. And they'll mark him down just shy of the 40. That's a timeout for Green Bay. It'll be their 2nd. And the stoppage comes with 23 seconds left on the first half clock.
And that first down was huge for this offense. Now they can take a deep breath. Focus on trying to put a late scoring drive together before we hit the halftime break.
So from the 39, they come up on 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Love. There's a short one caught by Kraft. The Packers going to use their final timeout now. Clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half.
The drag route. We used to say this is day one install. Every single offense in the NFL has this sort of route, especially for the tight end position. And depending on the speed and the run after catch ability of the tight end, sometimes it can lead to some of the biggest gains.
2nd and a yard. Back to throw is Love. That one down the field, but they cannot connect, and it's incomplete.
And their only realistic chance to end the half with points is to throw the ball near the sideline, gain as many yards as you can, and then hopefully either get yourself in position to kick the field goal or at the very least in position where you can attempt a Hail Mary.
He'll try and throw for it on 3rd and 1. He'll look middle, and he's got his man complete. They get 14 on that hookup. First down, Packers.
First down.
So, halftime here out west. Let's send it east to Scott Hansen. He has our EA Sports halftime report.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to the downtown Orlando studios. Scott Hansen and crew with you for a short and sweet halftime, as this game's had a little bit of everything to it. We'll find out which side can establish some tempo in the third quarter as we're ready to kick off the second half. Back out to our commentary team, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
All right, Scott, thank you very much. Welcome back, everyone, for quarter number 3. Both teams ready to get back at it as we get back underway here on EA Sports. This returnable, it's DeMercado. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. The Cardinals offense ready to get going again. They'll have it first in this third quarter. The deficit is at 10, so an important drive forthcoming. Started with 1st and 10. And he'll get forward for about a yard. Powerful Rashawn Gary there in run support.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the 30-yard line.
Ball on the 30 now. Here's 2nd and 8. Murray looking to throw. Will set up the screen to DeMercado. Was brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down.
Just a little slow developing on that screenplay there. It was pretty obvious to the entire defense exactly what was going on. Nobody was thinking pass. Nobody was getting back into their drops, and just nowhere for that back to go.
Murray on 3rd down. In trouble, and down he goes. That is Keyshawn Nixon, twice an All-Pros, a special teamer, made himself into a good defensive player. In for the sack.
These pass rushers, they love these situations where they can just pin their ears back and go after the quarterback. They knew they had a chance to put an end to this drive, and they didn't let it go to waste.
The Cardinals lining up for punt.
Formation for the Cardinals.
he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. The Packers offense trotting back out for their first involvement of this second half. Their lead is 10. They go back to work, trying to add to it. It begins with first down. On the ground, it's Jacobs to start the drive. He'll take this ahead. It's a pickup of 3. Darius Robinson in on the tackle.
3-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 7.
From the 41, here's 2nd and 7. It's the tight end Kraft in motion. Love out quickly to Dobbs. And he's going to be out of bounds. Gain of just a couple, and now we've got 3rd down coming up.
Defense does a nice job here initially using zone coverage to take away the middle of the field. That's the most valuable real estate in football. Quarterback gets off his first read, sees some openings to the sideline, and him and his receiver are able to connect.
From the gun on 3rd down, it's Love. That one caught. He finds Golden. And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35. A gain there of 23 yards. Good for a Green Bay first down.
So here's a play, Mike, that is clearly designed to attack the middle third of the field. So think it's roughly the space between the numbers. That's the most valuable real estate in football. And once he understood where his leverage was and he gets his head around, great job by the quarterback on time, delivering strong.
And he'll get about 6 there, setting up 2nd down.
He was brought down at the 26. A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
They'll run the draw with Jacobs. Now they are in business inside the 15-yard line.
The 14-yard line.
It's a pickup of 13 yards. First down, Packers.
First down.
So as we take a look at the box score, Mike, you realize here they got the lead. We're in the second half, but they don't have a lot of rush yards. It's because they use the passing game to score points and establish the lead. Now, how we judge their run game is from here to the end of the game. Can they pile up yards now in the second half and close this game out? Heck of an effort by this runner, Mike, just to get back to the line of scrimmage. I think most backs around the league, that play would have resulted in a loss, but not this guy. Continued to fight, continued to do everything he could to prevent the loss, but it still stopped for no gain.
Throwing on 2nd down, Love. To the goal line and in. Matthew Golden. Touchdown, Packers.
Mike, we used to have a saying that it was the responsibility of the receiver to run the route through the eyes of the quarterback. And I think this is a great example here. 2 guys clearly on the same page. Quarterback expected his target to be in a certain place at a certain time. He's there, ball's delivered accurately. He's able to pick up the rest with his legs, and that's a big-time connection for the touchdown.
McManus on for the point after. It's up and good. And the Packers up their lead. It's now 24-7. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Dortch now to return it. Nice job by the return team as he takes it across the 30-yard line. Out comes the Arizona offense. They get ready for their next possession. The deficit is 17, so they got to start cutting into it soon. See if it starts here. 1st and 10. Murray now off the bootleg. Flush to his right. He's going to tuck it and go. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one. 10 yards on the scramble there. And he picks up the first down.
You know, Mike, I like everything about this play except the very end. You've already picked up good yardage. You've already picked up the first down. Now get down on the ground and protect yourself. There's no reason to take those shots.
That ball flutters to the ground. It's incomplete. Well, fortunate there wasn't a defender right there in the area. Could have been a turnover. Instead, it brings up second down.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
On second down, Murray forced to his right. He's trying to get back to the line of scrimmage, but will not, and be taken down there.
It's so easy to underestimate the speed of this quarterback until you get on the field. They break down your pursuit angle so quickly because of that speed, so give credit to the defense. They understand it's a collective effort to contain this guy, and this time, defense wins and brings him down for a sack.
So, backed up after the sack, and now it's third and long. Working from the shotgun, it's Murray. He'll fire one deep for Harrison. That is brought in. Wow, out of bounds, inside the 10. It's first and goal. The Packers go ahead and use the first of their timeouts, and they'll get a chance to catch their breath over on the sideline.
Goal at the 9-yard line.
Well, a chance to get right back in it here. First down and goal. Here's a run. He slowed up quickly as he gets this down to the 6.
The tackle made at the 6-yard line. A pickup of 2 brings up second and goal.
Here now, second down and goal. Give on the ground, and he'll take this one in. Touchdown, Arizona.
We were talking during the break, Mike. We felt that this was kind of a do-or-die drive. They felt like they needed to come away with the touchdown here, and now they're showing a little life.
Yeah, a little bit of belief, don't you think? Everyone on that field knows they've been a part of a comeback before. It's a pretty big mountain, but a good way to get started here to begin this half. Now Ryland for the extra point. It's up and through. And the Cardinals back within 10. It's now 24-14. Here's Ryland now. After the TD, he'll send this one away. The return starts from the 5. And he's down at the 23, and that's where the offense will take over. Jordan Love, the rest of the Packer offense, ready for their next possession. And he has been a nightmare to scheme against throughout this one. This defense has been picked apart. That is borne out in those impressive numbers. He has been terrific all game long. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down.
There's no more efficient play in the NFL, Mike, than the play-action passing game. And you can see here why. You make the defense have to honor both the run and the pass, and he's able to pick up a nice gain to his tight end.
Second down and 3. To throw is Love. And they'll pick up the first down, a gain of about 4.
One of the easiest easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
They'll run it straight ahead with Jacobs. And he works past the 40, taken down after a gain of 7.
Down at the 42-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2.
From the 42 now, here's 2nd and 2. On the ground, it's Jacobs. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one.
Depending on the situation or the down and distance, Mike, the linebackers have different reads. Sometimes they read the offensive lineman, sometimes they read the running back. In this case, his read brings him right to the play. He's able to make a big stop and keep the gain to nothing.
Now, on 3rd and 2, they'll try and throw for it. That's into the hands of Wicks. He's got it. They gain 18 yards on that one. Good for a Green Bay first down.
Green Bay.
Well, so far here today, putting points on the board certainly hasn't been a problem, and plays like that are why. Think about it, Mike. Sometimes you just have to take what the defense gives you and not force something that's not there, and that mid-range pass results in a fresh set of downs.
Now, Jacobs. Nice job finding the seam. Gain of about 9. Just a yard short of that first down. Now it looks like we have an injured Packer player on the field. As the athletic training staff looks at him, we'll step away for a moment. A good spot here, 2nd and a yard. They'll run it to the right here with Jacobs. Trying to find some place to go, but nothing developing, the loss of 1.
The offense thinks that they can just kind of plow this one up there in the middle and keep the chains moving, but not on this defense. Not only do they not pick up the first down, but after suffering that loss, now they've got some decisions to make on 3rd down.
Love to throw. Oh, he's going to be bottled up and taken down. They got him.
And it's 4th down.
So, both teams trade touchdowns in that frame as we get through the end of the 3rd quarter. Back with more after the break. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. Brandon McManus and the field goal unit come on. This from an even 50 yards out. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Packers will add to their lead here in the 4th quarter.
And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
Dortch now to return it. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Cardinals offense ready to take over once again. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with 1st and 10. off the play fake. Here's Murray. And he's going to go down yet again. He has been under fire all game long.
Just simply more of the same, and you're just not going to have a lot of success, Mike, when you're constantly starting drives with 2nd and long, 3rd and long. It's just not a good way to play offense in the NFL, and here we go again.
Second down, Murray. He'll look for and find DeMercado out of the backfield. And that'll go for a gain of 7. And it's going to set up 3rd down.
It's a gain of 8.
There's a lot of ways to get the ball in the hands of your running backs, and it's not always by just handing it to them. In this case, it's a simple check down, picks up a good gain, brings up 3rd down.
3rd and 7. From the gun, this offensive line just has no answers right now. It's another sack.
Mike, this isn't real complicated. You're just not going to win a lot of NFL games when you continue to give up sacks at the rate that they are. I mean, this is just a complete disaster for this offensive line, and if they don't get it fixed, this game could be a runaway.
The Cardinals line up for a punt, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. This fielded inside the 35. And he's going to be brought down after a short return, and that's where his team will get possession of the football. Out comes the Green Bay offense now as they get set to take over again. They built a nice lead for themselves here. They'll try to add to that, beginning with 1st down. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
At this stage in the 4th quarter, great job by the defense, understanding exactly what the offense is trying to do. They're trying to bleed the clock, shorten the game. They completely sold out to stop the run, able to take them down for a loss.
Lost 1 on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. Throwing is Love. I had a defender draped all over him. Incomplete. Good work to body him up and set up a 3rd down.
I got high standards for offensive players, but in this case, Mike, I think I'm giving all the credit to the defender. He timed that one up perfectly, and what could have been an easy play ends up as an incomplete.
Love. He's got a man. It's Dobbs. They get 18 on the pitch and catch. 1st down, Packers.
1st down, Packers.
That might end up being the backbreaker right now. This defense desperately needed to get off the field and give their offense a chance to cut into this 2-score lead. But instead, they now got to defend a fresh set of downs. And as you look up at this clock, they might be running out of time.
And a nice run. Get him about 9. It'll bring up 2nd down.
So when you're evaluating the impact of a team's run game, I think it's important at the end of the game to look back and say, okay, how many yards did they run for? But more importantly, when did those yards come? Did I run for those yards in the 4th quarter, which typically means I had the lead? That's the sign of a successful run game, as opposed to getting a lot of meaningless yards early in the game.
And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it.
Well, here's where you really see the value of having a good run game. 3rd and short, 4th and short. The ability to just keep it simple, win up front, turn around, hand the ball to your back, and say, okay, more likely than not, we're going to get a fresh set of downs, maintain possession, and now continue to find opportunities to go generate points.
And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage at best. Might have even lost a yard there.
So they go with the 1st down run, hoping to just get them some positive yards and get themselves into a good 2nd down situation, but now they find themselves in 2nd and long. So the more you give defenses the opportunity, Mike, to defend you one-dimensionally. So in this case, we're only playing you in the pass. It stresses your protection, it stresses your play caller, and ultimately, it stresses your quarterback.
And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line. He's got a touchdown on the books from earlier, and that catch gets him a first down.
An interesting decision there by the play caller to put this ball in the air. Mike, you're up by 2 scores. Traditional wisdom says, hey, we're up by 2 scores late in the fourth quarter. We've got to keep this clock moving. You don't want to risk an incompletion. Now, they convert. They're able to secure the catch and pick up a fresh set of downs. That's going to enable them to continue to burn more clock. And without a stop, their opponent's not going to get the ball back.
Here's 2nd and 2. In motion goes Dobbs. Now give to James. He'll run right, and he'll lose yardage here. The defense standing strong in the red zone. They drop him back at the 10.
You know, at this point, the defense has to sell out and stop the run. You know exactly what the offense is trying to get accomplished by keeping the ball on the ground. But now the question remains, are they willing to take some risk here and put the ball in the air on 3rd down? Or do they play it safe and keep running the clock by keeping the ball on the ground?
And beautiful footwork on display. He is in. Romeo Dobbs. Touchdown, Green Bay. Greg, that's one of those scores where it's not completely over, but it's getting to be about that time.
Yeah, Mike, I just think they're entering miracle stage right now, and I just don't think there's any coming back from this deficit.
Now Love getting the Packers set for this 2-point try.
The Packers.
Blitz coming. He'll throw it. That's going to be caught. So add a couple more points, and they add to their lead.
Cardinals 14.
Everything's about matchups, especially down here this close to the goal line. I think my guy's better than your guy. I'm going to put him in a position to have success, throw it up to him, and let him do the rest.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. This returnable, it's DiMercado. A good return as he takes it across the 30. The Cardinals offense ready to take over possession of the football. Things not looking good. But see if they get the turnaround going here. They'll start this drive with 1st down. Now it's Murray. They'll try to hit him with a screen. That one way too slow in developing. They rally to the ball, they get their man, and it's no gain.
1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9 at the 31-yard line.
From the 31, here's 2nd and 9. Out of the gun, it's Murray. He's going to go up top here for McBride. The ball deflected at least a couple of times, but it'll fall to the ground. It's incomplete.
So at this point in the game, Mike, offensively, I think for the offensive coordinator and the quarterback and everyone, they're just trying to build on something. Can you generate an explosive play? Can you bring just a little bit of energy to the huddle and to the sideline? Because throughout most of this game, not a whole lot's gone right.
Nice job there defensively to keep him in front of the marker. It's going to bring up 4th down.
Nice job by the defense there, stopping them short on 3rd down. Brings up 4th, but Mike, honestly, I don't think there's much decision to be made. He's got to keep his offense out there. They need to come away with points. find themselves down multiple scores in this one, they're going to have to maximize these possessions.
He'll try and get there on the ground. And he's going to have a Cards first down. He gets more than he needs. 4 yards picked up on 4th and 2.
That's good.
Fourth down. There's no throwing the ball away. There's no giving yourself up. If you're going to turn yourself into a runner, you got to go get it. And that's exactly what the quarterback does here. He's able to put his head down, put his body on the line, pick up the first down, and keep this drive alive.
And he's going to go down yet again. He has been under fire all game long.
A big loss on
And it just continues to be a recurring problem. I mean, even the balls he's been able to get out of his hand have come from a cloudy pocket. And listen, I know he's a guy that can make some plays when he's on the move, but at some point, you have to be able to be in rhythm and deliver the ball on time.
A throw there on 2nd down, going to be incomplete.
For the most part, he's been very accurate with the ball. I mean, he's completing over 60% of his passes, but because they haven't been able to get any big explosive plays, continue to push the ball downfield, hasn't really translated on the scoreboard just yet.
What can they do here? This is 3rd and forever. Working out of the gun, Murray. That's to the tight end, Elijah Higgins. He'll gain some yardage here, but that is not nearly enough for the first down. So it's going to bring up 4th down. This is caught. He's got a long way to go. And he is not going to get there. Short of the marker. And that's going to be a turnover on downs.
You find yourself down big. It's the 4th quarter. There's really no choice but to go for this at this point. But once again, this defense, they're up to the task, and they come through yet again with a huge stop.
On 1st and 10, here comes Jacobs. A gain of 4 as he's taken down.
He's tackled at the 40-yard line. A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
They'll come up here on 2nd down and 5. Once again, it's Jacobs. And he is tough to bring down. Finally, the defense gets him on the ground. It'll be no gain on that play.
This play right here is just a clear example of just how hard it is to bring this back down, Mike. I mean, he had to break multiple tackles just to get back to the original line of scrimmage. But give credit to the defense. They kept bringing bodies at him, and they're eventually able to get him down for no gain.
Out of the shotgun, it's Love. Pass caught right side by Kraft. And he will be taken down. We'll see if they want to use those timeouts. This one is about done.
Packers.
Good work after the catch. They gain 19 yards and a first down. So, it's a win here for the visiting Packers. They're able to get the job done in front of a hostile crowd as they come away with the victory. So, that'll do it for us. For Greg Olson and our terrific team behind the scenes, I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Follow us on X at EA Madden NFL. With that, we say so long, everyone.